everyone, and welcome back to Around Our World in 80. So today we're bringing you guys day 8 of our trip report back from November. Yes, I got a new haircut and it feels fabulous, so if I'm like playing with it all the time, I'm sorry, I just love it. So today's trip report, we're talking about our Hollywood Studios day. And to be honest, this was probably my least favorite day of the trip. There were just a lot of logistical things that I didn't realize, and it was the whole day felt very rushed. What I thought would work logistically is that we would spend some time at the park at Hollywood Studios, and then we would go over to Disney Springs for lunch and dinner, because there's honestly not a lot of places that we like to eat in Hollywood Studios. But again, we just felt like we were always late, and we were, and we were just rushing, and so it made for a very difficult experience to just enjoy being at the park. Plus, there was not a lot of rides that Reagan could go on, and being the adrenaline junkies that we are, we wanted to ride things like Tower of Terror and Rocket Roller Coaster and do the Toy Story stuff. We thought we would be able to take her on the new Alien Swirling Saucers ride, but apparently you have to be like 32 or 36 inches to do that. So anyway, the whole Disney trip for this day is just prefaced with that logistically we did not think through a lot of things, and so if I were to do it over again, I'd just eat in the park. And I would try not to travel as much, especially with how much it was under construction. And I think that planning for this park is going to be kind of difficult in the next few years with Star Wars opening up and everything changing really, really quickly. So good luck. I'll be in the same boat as y'all, and we'll just enjoy all the new experiences together, hopefully. So part of the reason why I may not have enjoyed this park day as much is because we had some major bus issues getting to the park. We didn't arrive until 9:30. The park opened at 9, and I really wanted to get there early so that we could ride Slinky Dog, but the bus just didn't come. And we ended up talking to one of the representatives that was there at the bus stop at the Grand Floridian, and she ended up giving us a fast pass. And from the conversation that we had, she told me that we were allowed to use it anywhere in Toy Story Land. Well, what she wrote was anything but Toy Story Land. And so that miscommunication led me to have certain expectations for what we could use our fast pass on, and then that ended up not happening, and I got really upset, and yeah. But I was grateful for the fast pass. We were able to use it for some other things. And so once we got there, we went and we rode Toy Story Mania. That is one ride that Reagan got to ride with us, and that was a lot of fun. And we just kind of wandered Toy Story Land for a little bit just to see what was there, and kind of take it all in since we hadn't seen it before. You ready to play, Reagan? Woo!
Oh, way to play! Hey!
Jared
There you go.
And then after that, we went and we rode Rock and Roller Coaster and we rode Tower of Terror, which are two of our family favorite rides.
In just a minute, isn't it? Hey, what? Hey, what's that? Hey.
1939. The Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star, a beacon for the show business elite. Until 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. Now that door has opened once again. For you.
And then we went to lunch at Homecoming. We took a minivan. Once we found it, through all the construction, our driver was great. We had to walk a long way because apparently the minivans cannot drop off where the buses drop off in the middle. They have to drop off on the sides where the buses used to drop you off. And so we had to walk a pretty good distance to get to Homecoming. But once we were there, it was wonderful, just like it was earlier in the trip. This time we actually had lunch instead of breakfast, and it was fabulous.
Yes, you did it. You did it. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Try again. We went back to our hotel and we took a nap. And then we got back up and went to Hollywood Studios because we did have a fast pass for Slinky Dog at like 5:30 or something like that. And that ride was awesome. And it was one of those lines again. Disney is really trending in this direction where you wish you could go through the standby line just to see all the things that they have. So you could see all the sets and the decorations and kind of get more of the storyline, but I wasn't willing to wait that long. I think it was about a 90-minute wait at 5:30 when we were there, and we got to bypass all that. The ride itself was fabulous, and we kind of rode it at dusk by that point, so we still got the full experience of seeing everything in the daytime, but we also got to see the lights and how they changed when the roller coaster went past, and then of course the view of Star Wars Land that everybody talks about. It was so cool to see, even for just the brief second that you were on it. And yeah, I came off smiling and giggling off that ride, and it was worth going back to do that for sure. The street actually looks more crowded. What? It looks more crowded. And then we decided, because we had that extra fast pass, we were going to ride Rock and Roller Coaster again. So that was very, very fun. Again, one of our favorite rides, and it always makes me smile when I get off of it. Every single time I get off of it, I'm like, this is the best ride. And then we were late, and we went to eat dinner at the Edison, which honestly was one of my favorite restaurants from a decor standpoint, just because I really love that industrial revolution kind of look with all the gears, and it's almost steampunkish, but without like crossing into that fantasy realm. They had this like really big clock with gears in it that was really cool at the entrance, and then we kind of sat up on top where we could see down into the rest of the restaurant, so that was really cool. And we all kind of gathered around this small table and ate really good food and hung out. It was really fun.
Just this easy. Thank you. Thank you. Dig in.
And then since we were in Disney Springs, we did some last minute shopping. We went to the World of Disney. I got myself a hat, which I actually think I wore in the last video, the grape soda badge hat. It made me, I love Ups, and I love Ellie, and I've made little soda cap pins like that before, and so it just made me smile that I could get a hat like that. And then we also bought a ginormous World of Disney bag so that we could pack all of the groceries that we knew we weren't going to be able to eat by the end of our vacation. So we kind of planned ahead a little bit for that, and it came in really handy, and it still comes in really handy for things around the house too. So that was pretty much our day. We spent a lot of time traveling and not a lot of time in the parks. We did do a little bit of shopping just while Reagan was sleeping and we were doing child swap. It's just really hard when you're doing child swap and you have to switch off like you do, because it does take some extra time which we were not planning on. And so I feel like there was a whole half of the park that we didn't even get to because we were just doing the e-ticket attractions and doing child swap. So yeah, it was a weird day for me and our family, but we did enjoy it, and yeah, that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see y'all real soon. Bye.
For you.